Alright, we live? I think we are. Dude, late streamer? Yeah. Well, look, I had to go pee. You know, the pre-stream preparations. Alright, are we all set up? I think so. Let me just plug this everywhere. Alright, I think we're good to go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to some more Ihoi. As I so lovingly call it. Let's get that wireless mouse action going. And, hey, how y'all doing? I'm doing good. Actually, I've done better. I'm currently a bit under the weather. Well, actually, no. I'm not under the weather. I'm getting out of being under the weather. The weekend, or rather, I think it was like Friday or Saturday. It was like pretty bad. But now I feel good. Feel much better. It's just the congestion or the throat. And not even the throat, it's just the congestion. It sounds quite nasally. But for the first time, I've tried a nose inhaler, and they're pretty good. I rate them. I rate them. So, I've never used one of these before, but they definitely help. But hello, Allergy, Minty, Aether in the chat. Get an ad blocker. What? On YouTube? No way. Alright. Let's see. Where were we last time? I don't know how long we'll go for this stream. Only because, like I said, I'm still recovering a little bit. But, at the very least, we'll be here for an hour. So, forward to that goodness. Whoa, is my... Okay, I think we're good. Dude, my CPU just, like, died for a second. Hello, game. Alright, cool. It works. That was a concern. Alright. But yeah, we're back for more Ihoi. Great. A great game. I've enjoyed it last time. Last time, what did we do? We had a look at Lao's backstory. And we also dealt with Odella, a rising star in the theater scene. You know, all your great theater kids. So yeah, if you're excited, if you want to see more of the visual novel or try it out for yourself, scan the QR code on the extreme left here. Support indie devs. They need it. They do a wonderful job. And this game for a visual novel out of an indie company is so good. It is ridiculously good. So please give them your support. They need it. And it's Australian devs, so shout outs to Australia. Oof. Alright. As I clean, my thoughts drift around idly, until I realize that they have one pesky thing in common. And it's not Antonio or Enchanting or Mum or the store. It's Lao. Oh, hang on. More Lao. More Lao. I'm not sure what to think of him. So much seems to go on in his head. Or maybe it's just all stoicism and tracer work. But somehow I doubt it. I wonder what he thinks of me. It's been too long since I met someone so genuine. All that he's done for me is never enough in his eyes. Oh, it's so cute. Forces, what am I supposed to feel? I put my cloth and duster away and return to my seat behind the counter, but she's falling for him. It's been a while now since he yanked me out of those days stuck in bed, isolated with my spiraling thoughts in my simmering grief. Drifting in and out of my dream and reality. He's a dear friend, no? He must be, not just because of how he's helped either. Lao is a kindred spirit. We're so different, but something about him is incredibly familiar. Those cold blue eyes of his, that patient tongue, kind of feel as if they believe so much that he tries to bury deep, deep down. Dude, she is swooning for him. A warmth of angst, genuine care, and a desperate determination. Every now and then I feel a fleeting burst of warmth. But without fail, it fades away as he steels himself. Time and time again. If I could just get a little closer, feel that warmth for more than just a moment. Melt that icy facade away. If I could, then would I? Or would I instead... Okay, yeah, so I think this is where we ended off last time. By having a look at this character here. Ah! Sorry, are you open? Vaguely familiar faces before me. I feel silly realizing my cry of terror was due to this poor girl. No, you're okay. We're open. I was just spacing out. Aren't you... Monovi? Wait, how does Twilight know this character? Alright, excuse me. Wait, does that even work with my new mic? Cool. It does. Epic. Alright. Oh, it's a little, like, paper crane. You remember my name? Of course I do. You're like my guardian. Who is this? She giggles softly. So you remember that too? How could I forget? How is Luco? Wait, what is this backstory that we don't know? Luco stopped talking to you even though you used to be so close and didn't even bother to reconnect. Oh, I guess it's just, yeah, the backstory of being, I guess, close friends with somebody. So it was awkward between you two because you friend-zoned. Oh!
Oh.
Twyla, the dirty dog. Nah, fair enough. I had no idea you cared, even remembered me. We only spoke once or twice. But then again, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. She's the same little girl that helped me all those years ago, after all. But it's okay, I understand how your brother feels. It must have been hard for him. Yeah, sure, but really, it's so selfish of him to just ignore you. He's so stupid sometimes. Yeah, that's what happens. Some men, they get like pea brain when they hit rejection. I truly mean it when I say it. She's so adorable. So what brings you here? I saw something online about enchanting jewelry. Yes, a conduit. That is what we are. We enchant things. A bracelet for her. Okay, that's a first. Something thoughtful. It'll be a few hours. Nods and leaves. Well, that's what one of you is like now, huh? She leaves and the last memory of her slowly comes back to me. That day was tough. It was around the time that Mum's issue started to get concerning. Watching the pain in her face as she finally, through hours of struggle, got to sleep. The nurse encouraged me to go home and get some rest, showing me that she'd make sure Mum was okay and would call when she woke up. I was in the bus when Luco called me, asking if I wanted to hang out and watch a movie at his place. I wanted to hang out with him for a while, and finally, it was happening. Can't believe I liked that guy. He was so vapid. Wait. Huh? Yeah, I got like a tickle in my throat. Alright. So, she friend-zoned him. But she also had a thing for him. That's interesting. As soon as we started the movie, I felt the cramps start. Already a lot worse than usual, but it was getting more and more painful. Oh, women issues? Oh, that's rough. Rushed to the bathroom. It got so bad I couldn't do anything but stand there in the bathroom, groaning in pain. Oh, poor women. Am I right? That's the perks. One of the... Actually, there's many perks. It's a can of worms. This is at the time for something light and fun. Watching a movie with a boy I liked, like a normal kid. Why couldn't I even have that? Aww. Wait, that sucks. Yeah, I guess that's what happens. It's debilitating. I know one of my close friends. I remember she was working one time. I think this was last year. She was like, Trent, I've just passed out at work. And I'm like, what? Like, jeez. That's how bad the cramps can get. It's terrible. It was kind of silly when I think on it now, but back then, with everything I had to deal with that day, it was the last straw, I suppose. There was a knock at the bathroom door. A little voice called out, "Can I open the door?" I said, okay. Oh, it's Monovi! Tiny hands. Wow, what is this? You have cramps, right? This is Ginger. Works for me. Little Monomi. She must have been 12. Works for you? You get cramps when you're 12? I think 12 is actually like the age when women start going through puberty. So I don't know. I know a lot of things. Oh, she's knowledgeable. Attentive. So she must be like quiet, but still like always paying attention. Always one eye opened. All right, let's get her something silver, something delicate and nice. Actually, I think gold might have worked for her. But that's okay. We'll go with silver. Can't believe out of all my old friends, it's Monofi that pays a visit. Yeah, she cared without even knowing me. Those old friends knew me without even caring. They were still friends. Maybe I should still reach out, even if they dismissed my grieving. There's no reason to sever ties when we can work through things. Yes, that's the optimism. I love that. That's also just me in a nutshell. I don't like leaving things on bad terms, and if I can stay friends with or keep a friendship or connection, it's valuable. I'll definitely try to, right? I have new friends now, though. Lau, Jazz, maybe even Monovi after today. Good things are coming out of this strife. Thanks for lending me your wand, Hermes. It feels so nice. Sometimes you just know you'll hit it off with somebody. Yeah, let's think back to the teachings that Lau has taught us about the wand of Hermes. Feel something bad on the horizon, especially after Antonio's texts. Unreasonable stress detected. Nah. Face it. Don't put it off. Did Mo ever get complaints? It sounds silly, but I genuinely don't know. She must have. You don't become as proficient for her without making mistakes. I think Twyla has this, like, super high image of her mother. So I think she probably would answer with, like, the bottom one. Her jewelry is always perfect in my eyes. And so was her. But me, I want to answer, like, you know, you don't get as proficient. Let's just answer with Twyla. Nice. Alright, finished your piece. Only meant to be at school? Why is that? Because I decided to skip school. What? I decided to skip school on the way to school. Oh, forces one of you. A little bit of a delinquent, aren't we? There you go. There's that anime trope. Just don't think I need to be at school every single day. Interesting. Oh, she literally said interesting. I'm not slacking off. I still try hard. I pay attention to do my work, but I don't need a perfect attendance to get by. Most of the kids just don't try that hard. Yeah, especially if you're in like primary or elementary school, even in high school to an extent. But I mean, in high school, I loved going to school. I think... Yeah, I think I had a perfect attendance for all of junior. And then I think, yeah, in year 10, 11, and 12, I would have had some days off, I think. Because I would have got sick. Earth Below, that's a take and a half right there. Nice to see you like this, one of you. You're grown up, your own person. You seem to have your own principles you live by, no? Yeah, I do. Tell me, what year are you in right now? Year 12? Oh my god. Final year. I'm doing fine. Okay, sometimes I do lose a mark or two in a test. Huh? Just a mark or two? Dude, she's a genius. Forces girl. Did you just tell me straight up that crime isn't a big deal if you confess? You mean, you tell the truth? Yeah. If anyone asks tomorrow, I'll just say that I didn't want to go to school. See, that's how you know she's good with the teachers. I remember, like, one time, I was, like, a pretty decent student. Especially in one of my classes, I was really good friends with my teacher. I remember one time, I was just on my phone. And then my teacher was like, oh, Trent, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I was having a browse through Instagram. And she was like, oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, just don't do it again. And it's like, dude, everyone looked at me like, bro, why would you just say that you're browsing Instagram? It was great. I mean, when you have relationships like that, you can just get away with more stuff. And especially if you're a good student. So stay in school, make friends with your teachers. You can get away with a lot of stuff. Even your parents? But, how do you get away with it? One way or another. It's easier than you think. These things pass. People forget easily. Well, not always easily, but they forget. Yeah, true. Also, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that important if like a day or two goes by. What kind of thing? Finding your own way. Make decisions for yourself. You can't listen to what everyone else wants for you. I'm just doing it earlier than usual instead of when I'm like 40 or 30 or even 20. Instead of dropping out of uni or suddenly quitting my high-paying job or divorcing my partner when I suddenly realize my life sucks. Excuse me. I'm just doing what I really want to do right now. Always. The teen mind. A voice inside me groans. Here we go. And that's optimism. We love it. Take control of your life. Is it just a melodrama or overthinking? Has she said anything wrong at all? Either way, this girl, I'm impressed. You are too smart for your own good. Or maybe just smart enough for your own good. Not sure anymore. Suppose I'll take that as a compliment. I still think you should go to school. That being said, I think you should go to school as much as you can, Monovi. I understand what you're saying. It's not like I wake up every day wanting to learn. I definitely did not when I was your age. But the truth is, after school ends, you run out of opportunities to learn so much so easily. And for free, too. It's really a big privilege, Monovi. Have you thought about it that way? Yeah, look, even if you went to like a private school or something, it's like your parents are pretty much paying for that, right? So to the student, it's basically free, which is great. Or you just go to like public school, which is usually free. Well, I mean, public school is like always free, right? Because actually, I don't even know. Like, but education's like a right, so it's got to be free for public schools. And one of the public schools here in Australia do quite strongly. Just because schools are privileged doesn't mean it can't be too much at times. That works too, right? It's like, just because you have privilege doesn't mean that you can't experience hardship or difficulties, right? I think there was like a huge can of worms we talked about at one point when it comes to like privilege and like first world countries and things like that. I find myself looking back fondly on high school often, you know. But things sort of did spiral out of control for me after school ended, so maybe I'm a bit biased. That's just me though. I know plenty of my old classmates wouldn't say the same. And don't get me wrong, I trust you to make the right choice for yourself, Monovi. More so than your usual teen, I mean it. Nice. Aw, thanks, honey. What did she say? Ah, never mind. I missed it. I paused, briefly reflecting that the fact I just called her honey. This doesn't seem to mind too much, but seriously, who am I? Her mum? But in admit, I feel something maternal in me when I'm around Monovi. Oh, how cute! She's just too pure. The big sister energy. Or it's the mummy issues. I don't know. Which calls me very soon. What made you take this on? This perspective of yours? In other words, think to myself, just how under the forces did you end up so different than that brother of yours? I always had this feeling that I was, well, conscious, I suppose. It doesn't make sense. I've just always thought I was more aware of what was going on around me than others expected. You're not expected to know or understand certain things. I kind of relate to this. I don't know if that was from like a social anxiety point of view or anything, but you were conscious of so much going around. It wasn't like I was some kind of prodigy. I felt like I understood where those expectations started and ended. I fell in line with those expectations outside. I knew in my own mind that I understood a lot more. Kinda? Oh, how cute! My grandpa passed away. We had to go to her funeral. Did I say grandpa? Grandma. Oh, grandma. Okay, I don't know why I read that as grandpa. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I think that's the case with a lot of adults when they're talking to children when they're confronted with death. I think a lot of kids do actually know what's going on. Like an 8-year-old might not fully grasp the concept, but they'd have an idea. They definitely have an idea of it. I think I went through something similar where it was like, I had a family friend who passed when I was like 8 years old, and we attended her funeral. And for the most part, I didn't really understand what was going on until the very end where they were processing out the coffin. I remember even as an 8-year-old, I just burst into tears. I'm like, wow, that was crazy. That was such like an experience. I was kind of unrelated, but my point is, I don't want to pretend anymore. I don't want to pretend I don't know things. Like, I didn't want to pretend back then, even though I was just used to pretending. Right. She feels like she's being fake. They complain about their lives or push us to follow in their footsteps. Oh, vicarious living! Welcome to Asian parenting. My spirit wrenches at the frustration within her. She's not even angry, really. I don't feel anything from her spirit. I can't even see it in her face, but somehow the lack of anger makes me feel for her more. Just how deeply rooted these concerns of her are. They're more so facts of life than anything. A wall beyond acceptance. Don't want to say the wrong thing. Is there a reason your parents want you to pretend? I don't think there are, Twyla. Really. They don't pretend for the benefit of others. They don't pretend for some greater cause. They've pretended all their lives because it's what has always been accepted. There are all these steps in their life they thought they had to take. Like finding a highly regarded job, earning a lot of money, finding a partner, starting a family, having a nice house. Feel they didn't really want any of these things? Maybe they did sometimes. But they didn't do any of these things because they truly wanted to, or because they thought it was the best for them, or anyone else. That is true, actually. I think that's something that's definitely become more apparent as, like, in, I guess, the 21st century. Just because, like, the way of living has changed so much, where it's like, before, in, like, the 20th century, life would kind of just be like this predetermined path of, you know, get educated, get a good job, start a family, or get married, start a family. Particularly for women as well, it was like really hard. I wouldn't say hard, but it was very predetermined, the path. Now it's like a lot of people are they can sort of live the life they want to now, and are sort of questioning this normality, or this conforming to this straight narrow path of life when it comes to, like, marriage and kids and stuff. Because, like, yeah, they did all these things because that's they thought they had to. Exactly, they thought they had to do that because it's expected of them. But that's what everybody else did. I love how thought-provoking Monovi is, actually, which is very good. I got married because that's the stage I was at in life. It's time for me to get married. That was the next step. Yeah. I see. And you think this is a bad way of living? It can be, yes. If you go and find a partner just because that's something you need to do, are you going to really make sure you find the right partner? Or are you going to just find a partner, any partner? And if you go and get married just because that's the next step, are you going to put all your effort into ensuring you have a happy, healthy marriage? And if you go and have kids just because... The melancholy is thick around her. I don't need Monovi's brains to understand what she's left unsaid, and why. I understand, Monovi. You only have one life. I don't get it. Why do people do these things without any real reason or purpose, or even desire? Well, that's the animalistic, or the primal tendencies, where it's just like... reproduce. That's it. Start, get mate, find mate, reproduce, raise, and then repeat with your offspring. They find solace in following it. For better or for worse, it gives them a little relief. I guess that's it too, right? It provides people a default sense of direction. Some people, they get lost in life, but I guess that default path can help align people, right? If they stray off the path, or it's like they are at a point in life where they don't know where to go, you can come back to that path. I don't know. I think there's definitely instead of going on the path, you clearly do this kind of this wave that is along the path, but you do different things, right? Maybe you drop out of uni. Maybe it's not for you. Tertiary education is not for everyone. Maybe you don't get married. Maybe you don't have kids. Maybe you're just happily married with your spouse. I know we have some family friends where they don't really want kids. It's not that they can't have kids, but they don't want kids. They're just happy with living with them two and their dogs. So it's good. I always wonder, is it hard to make your own decision, to really think about what's for the best, even if you have to fight others to accept it? For others to accept it. Because when you take your life into your own hands, it really is in your own hands. If you mess up, not only will it hurt, but it'll be your fault. If you stray away from the path other people have set out for you, there's no guarantee things will work out for you. Yeah, I guess there's that fear if you stray away from the path. But hey, the best things in life are always on the beaten path, or a path less traveled. For the first time since walking into the store, her voice raises in excitement, just a little, but nonetheless Monovi is excited. I am victorious! Here she is, the full Monovi before me. And oh stars, isn't she flaring precious? Anyway, back to enchanting. Yeah, look at her. Oh, she's so pure. So you're set on this lifestyle. You think it's best for you not to pretend. Your enchantment isn't related to this? It's related, yes, but I'm also set on it. I can't pretend any longer. No way. But one thing, Monovi, just so I'm sure, what exactly do you mean by pretending? Pretending? I just mean doing things that aren't really what I should be doing. I already spent so much time playing pretend like that. Pretending that a paper life is... the paper life I live is true to myself. I already learned so many things that won't be of much use to me in the future. Like Pythagoras! Nah. Pythagoras is great. They won't affect my academic results. Instead, they'll have results in my life. Choice is happiness, and my life impacts those around me. I'm not trying to find out what makes me happy. I'm trying to find out the derivative of a polynomial. Yeah. It's literally what I said. My mom is an engineer. She literally finds derivatives of polynomials in her sleep. Probably. But I don't know that she's made much progress in finding out what makes her happy, even while she's awake. That's so interesting, actually. I mean, that's just jobs in a nutshell. Alright. Flaring forces. Monavi is 17 years old and she's making me question all 23 years of my life. So I didn't mean to go off topic. Keep going. Might be hard because I'm not very emotional. You seem to have plenty of emotion to me. But you need strong emotional memories, right? That's okay, honey. We'll figure it out together. Suddenly, I feel bad. By the way, you don't mind that I'm calling you honey, right? I don't mean to be condescending. Trust me when I say I'm not looking down upon you. I mean, if anything, you should be looking down on me. She laughs again, a teensy bit more passionately this time. No, Twyla, I'm not going to look down on you. And don't worry about being condescending. If I'm honest, it's hard to think of any adult that has been less condescending to me. And I kind of like being called honey. Oh, that's so cute! So tell me, what are some other ways that you feel like pretending? I wear a uniform every day, treat my parents as if I'm indebted to them, and try not to be a moody teen. Yes, she feels like she's conforming a bit too much. Insofar as they are good to me. But I don't think I owe them to them just because they gave birth to me. You know? Yeah? No, honestly, I don't, sorry. Being born is just something that happens to you, without your control. If you bring someone into this world, you should give them the care they deserve as a living thing. So I don't think my debts go that far. My parents do more than they need for me, so I should repay them for that. Even though I'm complaining about them now. Really have not thought about it this way before, so I don't know if I agree really, but this difference between us must mean something. In fact, she's thought this much about it. It's really telling, no? The look on her face suggests as much. Start to wonder how much of this thoughtfulness is just Monovi, and how much believes some kind of pain. Does she really not have strong emotional memories? Is that even possible? I can believe those memories aren't as intense, but maybe it's just she'd rather not talk about them. If they make a rude comment or are overly critical of me, they don't listen to anything I have to say to defend myself. I'll do my best to move on. Wow, yeah, that's Asian parenting 101. I know they are good people, so I try not to get mad. She trails off, and I take a mental step back, thinking briefly on how she's so starkly different to the Monovi I knew. I realize the Monovi I thought I knew. I feel bad. Why? Is something wrong? I don't know. I think anyone would feel bad saying something even a little critical of their parents. Even if it's all completely true. Not that everything I said was all true. I don't know if it was or not. It's just my thoughts right now. So I don't think badly of them because of what I said. I won't. You're amazing, you know that. Oh, how sweet. Are you kidding? I swear to the spirits, I really truly mean it. You're amazing. No one has said that to me. Oh, dude, she's adorable. She's so adorable, yeah. How sweet. Flaring brilliant. All these thoughts and feelings of yours. So inspiring and mature, and it goes to show how good of a person you are. Thanks. Thank you, Twyla. We'll just squish her. Yeah, she's got that very, like, squishable face, especially when she, like, tilts down. Yeah, what's up, Toadie? How you doing? Not quite pretending, but it doesn't feel in line with what seems to most likely to be the truth. That's it exactly. So on the inside you, I grimace at how I'm about to rip into her, but I need to understand all this. You believe you should be standing up for yourself more, and that your parents aren't as kind as you're giving them credit for. I don't believe it really, but I just think it seems reasonable to believe that. She seems to be second guessing even the words she's speaking. Maybe I went a bit too far with that question. She's agreeing, but only half-heartedly. Time for old Hermes' wand again. They should feel proud or more confident. What does the history say? Excuse me, I just sneezed. Alright. Standing up for yourself more than your parents aren't as kind as you're giving credit for them for. Proud. Trying to understand them better, and you're getting there slowly. I don't feel very proud. You should. This kind of thinking is very important, Wannabe. I'm sure you know that better than I do. It's like a skill, a talent, all on its own. Really? Really? It's so rare to find a thinker so critical as you. Trust me when I say many of my customers could use our reasoning skills. But for me, it feels like it comes naturally. I think everyone should be thinking critically. I don't understand why they don't. I know I already said it, but I really don't get it. It doesn't feel like a talent to me, it just feels like how I am normally. I feel like I'm doing what I should be doing. And past that, I don't feel like I'm doing much more. What did she just say? Honey, if you're doing all that you should be doing, that's more than enough. What's wrong? You're right, and I do believe it's true, and I want it to be enough too. But it doesn't feel as if it is. I just feel like something is not quite right. What kind of feeling is this? Trying to describe it. Try to describe it. They seem so much more alive than me. Why do I think so much and try so much? And why is it that even though I'm not pretending as much as they are, they seem happier somehow? Hey, they say ignorance is bliss. When you have people that think a lot, oftentimes they have, more negative thoughts. I don't know. So by that logic, I'm a dumbass. So normal. So this is why she's here. Forces. I like being happy and positive. Her words strike a deep, deep chord in me. This girl is wise, well and truly beyond her years. It's going to be no easy task for me. Relying on me like I relied on her back then. And I will repay her kindness. I'm in the position of power. She seems to look up to me, even with how much I respected her back. Sure, she's got all these mature thoughts rolling around in her mind, but she still needs to be cared for. I want to be like a sister to her. The older sibling Luco could never. Thank you for telling me all of this. Sincerely. I know you must feel a bit alone with all this. Whoops, I just bumped my mic cable. Alright. Finally to tell somebody about all these feelings. You always seemed a bit different. I thought maybe you were a bit like me. Really? I'm so glad, Monovi. That's a huge compliment in my eyes. Anyway, you can go back to thinking. Must protect. Yeah, very pure. Just so you leave the store with your head held a little higher. Alright, time to unpack. Where to first? I wonder, has she analysed and broken down these decisions of hers too much? Yeah, an overthinker. Shouldn't jump to conclusions. Fundamentals first. What is that going on here? She has an incredibly strong conviction, knows what she wants and what she believes in, feels the importance of making her own choices, independence, but struggles with joy. She's going through a lot of growth to set herself up to be happy, but is struggling to actually feel happiness. Feeling normal in comparison to others. Could you elaborate on how other people seem happier to you? I feel like they're pretending more than you are, but they seem happier. It's hard to describe. It feels sort of bland and dull inside compared to other people. It seems so cheerful. I don't know, maybe it's dumb. It's not dumb. You know, I think everyone has a bit of sadness inside them. That's what I was saying! Their mood is lifted. Yeah, don't apologize, man. Alright. Dude, congestion. This whole experience has been really nice for me so far. I've been feeling happier than usual. Oh, I'm glad. But you also feel like those happier people around you are pretending a lot in their life. In other words, they don't live in a way that is true to themselves or how they really want to live. And yet they're still happy, no? Yeah, I feel like I'm trying harder than anyone around me to be happy, but I just can't. I do what I feel I want most, and I try to do good. I spend a lot of time really thinking about it, and ignore some rules that don't need to be followed. But it's still so hard for me to really feel much. Like today, I guess. My heart pangs. Monovi! I'll be your big sister forever. Dude, how cute. My parents, yeah, I thought so. They wouldn't be happy with therapy. Oh, Asian parenting strikes again. They wouldn't know. They think it's shameful. Typical flaring Zenoa into their antiquated, counterintuitive beliefs. I wonder if Lau knows a therapist, or anyone that can help Monovi unofficially, even in some small way. After all, it's one thing if my enchantment doesn't work, but if I neglected to take care of Monovi like this, then I really cannot live with myself. Pick your hobbies. Try to do a lot of new things. Lots of loading screens. I guess it's to like illustrate time passing. Didn't bother to try things as much. Yeah, I still lived on my own terms. I almost don't know how to live otherwise. But ever since realizing I wanted to feel more, I've been trying to find something that will help me with that. Thought I could find my thing, or at least I should try to find it before giving up hope. Giving up hope. For a brief moment I wondered morbidly if the darkest pits her feelings have let her down. I don't intend on giving up, that's not what I mean. I just mean doing nothing to address these feelings seems like giving up to me. A normal life where you don't worry about these kind of things feels like giving up. Interesting. I'm so glad you understand, Twyla. I'm glad too. You shouldn't deal with these concerns alone, no matter how wise you are. So, you've set out to try and get closer to your thing. So there's something that gives you a bit more hope. That's something that makes you feel special, happy. To my something by pure luck. That day Lau found out I was a conduit. But I brushed the thought aside. I don't want to tempt fate. The stars know, well, how much they enjoy toying with me. Jeez, I just had a hard time reading that one. Oh! Alright, we back. Yeah, dude, this is... Whoo! Alright. Let's see. Ice skating, running, swimming, gymming, bouldering, shopping, hairdressing, kayaking, circumnavigating, Zenoa, visiting Zayesa, eating. Wow. She's full of things. Once or twice. How do you find... Excuse me. How do you find bouldering? It was a quick failure. I had to quit after just 20 minutes. Oh, how come? It didn't take long before I couldn't reach the rocks. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it really was. And swimming? Oh, I tried swimming because I was scared of the water. And well, I'm still kind of scared of the water. Oh no. What about gymming? I wanted to see if the rush of endorphins from exercising made me happy. But it didn't. Oh, wow. No matter how hard I try, I just can't picture her in a gym. Clearly quite bold, but even so, it's admirable how she's throwing herself into these situations, throwing caution to the wind. And what about hairdressing? How'd you try hairdressing? Oh, that's a good memory. Thank the forces, some good news. A couple years ago, my friend wanted to shave his head for charity, so he let me practice hairdressing on him, because I had been wanting to try it for some reason. Haven't had much practice on others since then, but I'm pretty good. I even do my own hair now. You can do yours if you, too if you want, Twyla. How many years ago was this? I was 13 then. I'll pass, thanks, Monovi. Come to think of it, maybe that's why her bangs look like that. Not that I did much better of a job with my bangs, but who flaring cares? We both look cute. Hey, she's confident. That's what I like. Circumnavigating Zenoa. To lie for that one. It was a place of rural Zenoa. Traveling around the country instead. That's gutsy. The topics are pretty tight towards the end. because my mom drove to school to pick me up just like all the other kids, to get back to school at the same time as the camp bus, and then blend into the crowd of students. Pulled it off though, the plan went flawlessly. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, only halfway. Hey, that's still good though. Yeah, exciting as hell. Haven't had a good excuse since. To file a missing persons report or something. True. And then visiting Zayesa. That would be interesting. What'd you get up to down there? The red light district. Where? Oh, right. I wanted to see what the fuss was about with those streets. But overall, it was kind of boring. It was boring? That's the impression you left with after going to Zayasa's red light district? Yeah, all the adult entertainment stuff was kind of uninteresting to me. And outside of that, it didn't really offer much. Huh. I just felt like you could make a playground for adults, but in the end, it's just still a playground. True, that is, yeah. I guess that's how it is. She's been through a lot, eh? Have any idea, perhaps something you felt during them? I don't feel like I've learned much from trying anything. Are you just trying to experience more in general? It wasn't that I wanted there to be more of a story to my life. One of the stories I read start off with someone like me, a bit bored and unhappy with their life. She's a reader? You're trying to make something happen yourself. Yeah, what kind of things do you hope will happen to you? Wherever your heart desires, she knows. Well, maybe I meet someone cool or get into sort of the activities I try, find a new passion, and I'm forever changed. Nothing like that has happened yet, though. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Maybe now's the time for a shot in the dark. Big romance reader. Yes! Let's go! Oh yeah. Aha! So you're secretly trying to find yourself on a romantic adventure. I've thought about it. There are a lot of pretty girls at school, but none of them give me the kinds of feelings I read about. Not even close. But honestly, I'd settle for a friend. A real friend. My heart melts as she speaks, but I concentrate through it. Want to find yourself someone as well as you're something. Interesting. Alright. Alright, we're good. I almost pressed the wrong button. That would have been bad. Do you want to be happy with what you have at the moment? Perhaps stress yourself out a bit less with your thoughts. Maybe. She sounds so unsure. The head of peace could help you come to terms with these feelings of yours, to be more content. Now I sound unsure. Normal life has its pleasures, its fun. There's nothing wrong with a normal life. But there's nothing wrong with her life either. And what even is a normal life? Exactly, alright, what is a normal life? She refuses to live like anybody else. She doesn't want to pretend. But even so, I don't think that means she should change, no? Average person has their own problems and their own ways of being special, just like her. Yeah, she'd get on well with Lau and Antonio, honestly. Maybe we'll help. I trust you, Twyla. No, don't trust me. Trust yourself. You don't want to change, right, Munovi? You just want some help in this adventure of yours. Some feelings that will give you resolve you need. To stop failure from dissuading you. Some feelings that will help you recognize and strive towards your something. Yeah, that's it. You're right. I don't want to change. If I wanted to feel more at peace, then I would just be pretending. Nice. Alright, there you go. Here we go. Developing strong emotional memories. Try enchanting multiple emotions into this piece. Multiple smaller emotions. I haven't before. Oh, hang on. This is a new tech skill that we're developing. Multiple baby emotions. Which emotions? Sorry, I should have thought about this beforehand. Nonsense, let me think. Something like peace is still important, I'd say. They're not peace exactly. Something to help you deal with the fact that these feelings of yours will be around for considerable time. Content? Content, passion, or like desire? Slowly walking towards your something. Slowly but surely, no?
Oh.
So I have to be patient. Exactly. Patience! That's a start. JY, how you doing? Welcome on in. That's my favorite indie developer going. Atu made it in the chat. Reminder, check out the QR code on the top left of the screen. Scan it. Check out the Steam page of the game. It's great. Support indie developers. They're from Australia too, so it's not often you see a game come out of this land. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Do you have any memories of feeling patience? She thinks, I realize there's more to this idea of patience. You know, a big part of being patient is that I think it will help you more in more ways than one is being more in the present. Oh, like mindfulness? Yep, that should help you with your happiness problem as well. To appreciate the life you're choosing to lead by focusing on the here and the now. What you could have done better or should do in the future? I mean, of course, you do still need to consider your future. No, you're right, Twyla. That actually reminded me of a memory of a time I felt patient in that way. Yes, alright, here we go. In the zone. In year 9, my maths teacher wanted me to be more patient with myself. Struggling with maths, and I wasn't taking it well because I never done that poorly in school before. For me, at least. My teacher could tell it was unusual. She was a good person, that teacher, Miss Lim. One day she sat me down to talk. Here we go, time to focus. Oh, we got that blurred background. Alright, it's time. I was 1 mark off failing the last test. Up until that day, I had not even thought of failing being a possibility. Do I remember when I got close to like failing something? Oh, it wrecked me. It was, yeah. I was like, what? I was this close? Yeah. But, hey, then I learned. It's like, you know, you don't always have to be perfect. Dude, there you go. That's important, right? Even the best people have their slumps, their bad days. Just keep working away like you do and you'll improve in no time. As long as you be patient, remember that your struggles are natural. Focus on one problem at a time. Come back to me after you've tried. Stay patient and keep at it. We'll figure out what to do together. Trevor, that's the first thing you go to. It's like, do you have... well, the first thing you go to is like, oh, what if it's not enough? I can feel a few different emotions here. Which one is her patience? What the heck is patience? I have no idea what patience is. What is patience? Would patience be like... It might be that second one, actually. A bit of fear and sadness. Or it could be the last one. More sadness than fear. How do you describe patience with these 4 emotions? Because patience could also refer to anger. Like, you're testing my patience. Yeah, I have no idea. What's the last one again? A bit of, so it's like, oh, okay. It might actually be that one. Let's try this one. Alright, it doesn't feel like patience. What would patience even look like? Right, this one. That's also wrong. Why this one? What the f- How is patience happy? What? A balance between happy, sad, and fear, but no anger? That's weird. That one's hard. I genuinely got stumped on that. Why is patience angry? Because it's like you're testing someone's patience. It's like, that's what I think. It's like, if you're, I don't know, if you're patient, then it's like, you're being tested. It's like, you're not happy when you're patient. It's just like, you're waiting. You're either like anxious or you're fearful by waiting. Or you could be like sad. Patience is such a weird thing to describe because it's so contextual. But I would say if you had to generalize it, I would say it'd be closer to fear or anger. That's a weird one. Definitely the most stumped I've been. Yeah, I really do like Monovi's arc so far. This is really cool. Feel patience clearly in her spirit. She finishes recounting the memory. I drew it out of her and imbued it into the bracelet. You really just did it like that? That's so cool. Thanks, Moni. Like it? Kind of. Cute. All right, enough teasing. Dude, Honey, Moni, like... She just wants to, like, grab her and just, like, squish her. Just, like, hug her. One emotion down. It's interesting how she held in this memory for so long. One of you, how do you feel after recounting this memory? How do I feel? It felt nice. Do you remember that? She was a good teacher, Miss Lim. That's why I still remember. Okay, so that was a happy memory. I guess that's the justification behind it. Yeah, it was an instance of happy patience, I guess.
Oh.
But why? It's hard to tell, isn't it? Can you try to explain more detail how you felt just now? Well, I felt the patience her words gave me back then. I can feel that a lot. But thinking back at the memory made me feel warm, a bit sad. Literally, oh my god. Well, actually, to be fair, it was a balance between happy, sad, and fear. Felt nostalgic, but also tender. Yeah, how did you... Sentimental? Yes, that's exactly it. That's what the feeling was. Could you... I think I just sensed it, but I couldn't quite draw it out, Monovi. Any other sentimental? Mindfulness and sentimentality. Something extraordinary to recognize amongst the ordinary. It's a bit specific. I don't know if... Do you have anyone else in your life that you think of fondly in the same way you do Miss Lim? Oh, I have an old friend named Rowan. Professor Rowan? Since we were like 4, like generation 4, Professor Rowan? So yes, I do feel sentimental about her, actually. Perfect. Tell me a bit about her. Well, we've been friends since kindergarten, and all throughout primary school, and even now in high school. Even though she went to a different high school, we somehow managed to stay close. Have to focus early. This feeling of sentimentality seems to be especially fleeting. Oh, look at how cute she is. Even though we both changed, it feels like at our core we stayed the same. Different, but the same. Just thinking of how far we've come. It was 13 whole years ago, such a different time and place when we became friends. Back then we were just 4 years old. Back then we would spend our days together lying on the bed, drawing silly pictures and probably eating crayons or something like that. Yeah, she's chewing on a little blue crayon. Yeah, I can point to things about her from then, things about her from now. I can see how one led to the other. God damn, sentimentality? Alright, it's got to be the second one, right? The happiness, but also the sadness of being sentimental. Yeah, let's go. See, a much easier emotion to pinpoint. Wait, that's so sick. Because I think all of them were black, right? But you've got one, like, you've got 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, that's so cool. It's like 3 different jewels. That's so awesome. Yeah, this is like, I don't know how each arc is getting better than the previous one, but dude, Monovi's arc is super sick. A bit weaker, no doubt, but still clear as day. Draw it out of her and imbue it. I think a curious look pulls me away. I think one more emotion should do the trick, just judging from how strong those two felt. No, I think so too. Something is missing. I've already done so well to open up like this. Something tells me this kind of struggle she doesn't want to avoid in her life. Dive so deep into her psyche, at least I think we have. I think I was anticipating empty melodrama at the start of all this. Now I'm worried that I can only do so much to help her. I think it sounds hard, even with the sentimentality and patience. I trust you, Twyla. I think it's a good direction to take my thoughts. But honestly, I'm kind of a weak person. I know it sounds pathetic, but it's true. I crumble so easily, and sometimes it makes me wonder, is this really a paper life, like I always feel it is? Or is it all an excuse to cover for this weakness of mine? That's some introspection. Am I just a really paper person? Blank pieces of... They're not, Monovi. You're not a blank piece of paper. Don't second guess yourself all the way back around to the start. You have reasons for all your beliefs. You've had answers to all my questions today. Let's not discard all that. You've done well. Sorry, you're right. For once, I'm fine with her apologizing. This is a dangerous train of thought for her to take. I would know. In fact, hey, call back to Lao, am I right? Might just be the opposite of this doubt of hers. It's just, when I skip school and do all these things, try and find something that makes me feel better. I just keep feeling like I'm trying too hard. And at some point I realize I'm the problem. That's why I came here, really, to change myself instead of changing my life. To see if that would work any better. Because if I try all these hobbies out, I don't enjoy any of them, it must be me. And if I feel like everybody else is so far out of my reach, it must be because I'm distancing myself. There is some truth to that. I think you're right. I just wish that changing myself, that getting to my something or my someone, all of this, I just wish it hurt a bit less. I'm so tired of being this way. Tired? I know I'm the one who's so adamant that I can't pretend to follow anyone else and the life laid out for me, but I have to think of that way. I just can't live the ordinary life, the life that's so unexamined. Yeah. Thanks, Lao. Hey, once again, call back to Lao. When I live the unexamined life, you're still finding it hard. Yeah, so you want this last emotion to help you believe in your lifestyle. Faith, interesting. Faith. I think faith can help you stay positive and keep on track. So that'll be like happiness and fear, probably. Alright. Faith. Motivating memories. A memory of a time where I didn't believe something would be fruitful, and then I started believing it could be. Exactly that. 15, I played basketball in the high school club. I was the bench warmer. Oh, rough. Yeah, dude, team sports can be like that. They're ruthless sometimes. That's why I played single sports. I played table tennis, I guess cricket's like a team sport, but it's also like an individual sport in a way. Kind of do your own thing. I did play soccer. I didn't really enjoy that, but yeah, badminton. Let's be fair, badminton doubles is really good. Tennis doubles is really good. Table tennis doubles is alright. So I didn't get much practice in games, and because of that, I didn't bother practicing outside of the games either. Sort of knew that it was about time to quit. But in the meantime, when I was subbed in, I tried to do whatever I could without the ball. In my head, I called it B-fence. B-fence. B-defense. Julia B... Sorry. I run around the court trying to get a steal off, and if I couldn't, I just tried to annoy the opponents as much as possible. That's so funny. It wasn't as bad of a strategy as they just get in their face, be like, hey, oh, just like, man up. Or man on, rather. The girls on the other team just ignored me. They were so tall, too. One of them was like 2 meters tall. 2 flaring meters? That's cheating. Yeah, especially, what, 15? 15-year-old? Legs for days. She and her team were bigger, taller, stronger, just better than us. It's almost like I wasn't even on the court, almost. Oh, we were losing by quite a bit, but in my head I saw a way that we could win. We moved around the court faster than them, and every now and then we somehow managed to steal away a few points. I thought that there was still hope for us. Yes! I turned off my thoughts and focused on doing whatever I could. The 2-meter girl was going for yet another layup. Before she got anywhere near the net, I saw that my team had given up. I ran up, judging her form and imagining the spot where she let the ball go. She got them hops? Oh my god! I sprinted and leapt, striked at that spot, and somehow my hand swiped the ball right away mid-air, denying her the point. I lost balance and crashed to the ground, but I was satisfied. And then? She laughed softly. Everyone was shouting. The 2-meter girl smiled and helped me up off the floor. From that moment, I felt faithful. I believe we had a chance in this game. And more than that, I believe the sport could truly give me something. Bro, she looks like that. She's probably from like... Dude, this girl's probably from, I don't know, like the Netherlands or something. Or like Sweden. After all, I could somehow do that. If I could somehow do that, then I could make another cool play happen. That in my own way, I could succeed in basketball. If I only stuck to it and kept improving. Forces, I forgot to concentrate. Quick focus. Alright, faith. So this would be a bit of happiness and a bit of fear. So this one, right? Yeah. That's the one. Good stuff. Alright. What's the combination? Here we go. Beautiful. And the third will be red. Enchanted Monavi's piece and examined life. Achievement get. Let's go! Yo, how can I watch my Zelda live streams? If you check the playlists... Oh, I haven't made a Breath of the Wild playlist. But if you check the past live streams playlist on my channel, if you just, go to my channel, go to playlist, you should see all live streams. And you should be able to scroll to a point where you see my entire Breath of the Wild series. I don't think I made a playlist for it yet, but I could do that shortly after this stream, if I remember. And yeah, if you are interested, we'll hopefully be streaming Tears of the Kingdom within the next month or something. Probably after we finish this game, because I'm very excited for Tears of the Kingdom. So stick around if you're interested. Alright, this one was yellow. I feel her faith and draw it out. It's not particularly powerful, but I can't help but notice that there's a quiet, unassuming strength to it. It is done. Dicta. Alright, whatever happened after that? Did you turn the game around? Oh, of course not. We lost by 50 points. Then I quit basketball. Oh, how tragic. Thank you so much. I just started playing Breath of the Wild, so I'll stick around for Tears of the Kingdom and watch your older streams. Oh, awesome, man. Well, yeah, I hope you enjoyed Breath of the Wild. Yeah, a bit of trivia. I'm like a huge Zelda fan. I played like every single Zelda game except Breath of the Wild, so my stream series was the first time me playing it. And obviously, I loved it, right? So, very excited for Tears of the Kingdom. So yeah, I'll see you then. You're more upset than I was. But you didn't... The defense, I thought... well, I wasn't that good at it, really. I just got lucky that one time. In the end, that faith didn't amount to much, except for this enchantment. You're right, we've finally done it, Moni. But I know your struggles are just... They're just the beginning. Yes, I have to accept that. Every way of life has its sacrifices, no? Exactly. Remember, Monovi, you're always welcome to come visit. If you need any help or advice, or just want to chat, thank you, Twyla, for that and for today. It's so surreal. I can't believe we got to meet like this. I always thought you were a good person. Oh, she's so cute. I wonder why she thinks of me this way, and how far it is from who I really am. No, never mind. Huh? What were you going to say? Nothing. Forget it. Tell me, Monovi. I really want to know now. No, it's so embarrassing. Why did I won't judge you, I promise. Are you sure? It's weird. I swear to the spirits. Okay, when you were dating Luco, like 6 or so years ago, I remember thinking, wait, what? So they were dating, but then she friend-zoned him? That doesn't add up. I thought that would be nice if you're my sister-in-law. Oh. Her words hit a weak spot in my spirit. Monovi, that's so beautiful. I choke on my words, and I feel, oh, Twyla! That's not weird, Monavi. That's so beautiful and sweet. Forget Luca, I'd love to be your sister. I always wanted one as an only child, you know? And I want you to start feeling better. Skies above, it's happening. Really? Are you serious? Oh, why not? We can be unofficial sisters. Sisters out of law. She beams at me, her smile wider than I've ever seen it before, even when she was a kid. After chatting some more, my new sister leaves the store and I notice her head is held high, just that little bit higher. By the earth, I did not expect to start the day like that. My heart feels so warm. I need to lie down. Dude, that's so sick! Oh my god! Alright, perfect. Look at this. Edgy time. It's time, huh? But yeah, I think that's a good spot to end things off. I did say I was probably going to go for an hour because, like I said, I'm still sickish, so I can't go for the 2 hours, probably. It's also 10 PM where I am, so I've got to start getting ready for bed. But, hey, I appreciate you coming out. Thank you all for watching. Do appreciate it. If you have enjoyed, hit the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel on the path to 200k. And, yeah, if you want to see more of this game, probably be streaming it around, do I have anything on this weekend? I don't think so. So this weekend, yeah, maybe, probably Saturday or Friday EST around like 9 PM, I think. I don't even remember what the time conversion is like, honestly. But if you also want to check out the game for yourself, once again, please scan the QR code on the top left of the screen. It's a wonderful visual novel, fairly cheap as well, and it's got a lot of content for the price that you pay. Like, it's a very great story. The visuals, as you can see, are amazing. Even just the sound design and everything. So please check out the Steam page. Give it a buy if you're interested. Because yeah, the developers worked super hard on this. So I do appreciate if you could give it a check out. But in the meantime, thank you for coming out. Thank you for watching. Check out the links in the description, whether that be my Twitter or the Discord. If you want to come hang out with me, wish me well in my recovery, all that good stuff. And if you just want to chat about gaming, drumming, anime, or all that good stuff, you can check us out there. But in the meantime, hope you have a wonderful day, wherever you are, morning, night, or the afternoon. I'll catch you guys in the next stream. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Alright, bye now. See you.